Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Police in Ann Arbor are searching for a predator, a string of sex crimes, and they believe they're all connected to the same man. Ann Arbor Police and University of Michigan Police say this is the man that they're looking for tonight. Good evening. I'm Karen Drew in for Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. They believe the man exposed himself and then attempted to accost at least 2 women sexually and touched 2 more. Rod Maloney is in Ann Arbor tonight as people both on campus and off are being told to be on alert.
Spring semester is long since finished, and it's kind of sparsely populated here at the University of Michigan. But yesterday afternoon, a young woman was walking on this very sidewalk, and while we've not had rain in a long time, she had an umbrella with her, and it's a good thing she did. U of M's Northwest 10 parking lot at the corner of Hubbard and Murford is bordered by trees and construction. It's here several women reported bizarre sexual behavior. One told of a man indecently exposing himself while approaching her, eventually driving away in a dark sedan. Another woman reported seeing a man get out of his sedan with his pants around his knees. Last night, another one reported a man groping her sexually from behind at about 4:30 yesterday afternoon here. She hit him in the face with her umbrella. Deeply concerning to Ann Arbor Police Chief Amy Metzger.
It's kind of a brazen behavior, so that's definitely odd, and it's, somebody who doesn't seem to have much fear of any consequences. Overnight,
her department took a report from a woman who said a man grabbed her from behind, touching her at the hip on the 1700 block of Broadway about 3:30 yesterday, less than a mile from where the other incidents happened. Chief Metzger says yesterday's reports mirror similar trouble back in February. At that time, Metzger put out this sketch of a suspect, quite possibly the same guy here that they're looking for now.
Or maybe the desire is reaching a level that's very concerning to us, that this could escalate into something even worse.
Janelle Reichman lives in the area, walked her dog Hudson here today.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, I saw that kind of stuff in New York all the time, but no, you don't expect it here.
The suspect is described as a white male in his mid-20s, 6 feet tall, thin, full beard, long wavy brown hair, sky blue t-shirt with no graphics. Now that they're working together, both the U of M police and Ann Arbor police are asking if you know anything about this situation to call them immediately. In Ann Arbor, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Hey, Rod and Janelle, the woman you heard from in Rod's piece, told us these incidents won't keep her from walking in the area, but police advise if you are concerned, be alert and try to find different routes. Also here at 5 o'clock, Detroit police are releasing a photo of a man who they say is behind a string of violent crimes.
Antonio Jones is wanted in connection to multiple carjackings, a deadly shooting, also a barricaded situation that happened over the weekend. Pamela Osborne is live for us this evening. Pam, do police have any leads on where he could be?
Well, Karen, they actually believe it's very possible that Jones may have fled the state of Michigan for Cincinnati, Ohio, but they're still asking for the public's help in finding him for the crimes that he committed right here in the city of Detroit and elsewhere.
They get gradually more and more violent as they move along, so they are to be considered armed and dangerous. Please do not approach.
Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald needs your help locating the man you see here, 28-year-old D'Antonio Jones of Detroit. The crime spree outlined today by Detroit police began on May 20th in Sterling Heights.
It was a collision shop, or they stole the burgundy Jeep. And they got 3 guns out of this location as well.
That Jeep, pictured here, and a white Chrysler 200 with Ohio plates, appeared to be following one another on surveillance cameras around the same time and in the same place where other violent crimes were committed. On May 22nd, a carjacking on Ohio Street. In the early morning hours of May 25th on the city's west side, a man was shot to death at El George's Coney Island.
Unfortunately, he had a nice expensive piece of jewelry hanging around his neck.
According to investigators, Jones matched the description of the person involved.
He was videotaped inside of one of our greenlight locations, about 45 minutes, matching full description of clothing and everything else.
On Saturday, police had eyes on both the burgundy Jeep and Chrysler. The drivers took off toward Trinity Street. 2 men got away on foot. A third ran into an occupied home, leading to an hours-long standoff. When police finally entered the home, there was no one inside.
Unfortunately, that family was able to get out of their house safely as that suspect made his way in. Police also believe that Jones and this group are responsible to another robbery that ended in a homicide and another non-fatal shooting. Anyone with information about Jones's whereabouts or anyone connected to those vehicles or him should give police a call. Reporting live tonight at Detroit Police Headquarters, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Pam.
A Woodhaven man is hit and killed when he ran out of gas on the freeway. State police say he went to get gas, and when he returned, he tried to run across the freeway, and while crossing I-96, the 40-year-old man was tripped and was hit by a car and killed. The driver stopped and is cooperating with police. The state police are reminding drivers, if your car breaks down or you run out of gas on the freeway, stay inside and call 911. Well, they've been decaying for years, and plans to revitalize them never came through.
Well, tonight, those buildings are coming down to the ground. This is happening at East Franklin Street, right at Ryopel in the Rivertown Warehouse District. Sean Lay is there for us live tonight. Sean, this has been an eyesore for quite some time.
Let's give everyone a quick tour, Karen. You're right, big time eyesore. Here's Orleans Landing Apartments. Essentially, right outside the front doors here was this massive building dominating this entire block here. Now, you can see the building is now down. It started crumbling, became a danger. So it's coming down in an emergency fashion, instantly becoming prime riverfront property.
Compared to like the community, like it was so beautiful, and then having to be like right across from that every day, it was kind of hard.
When the Detroit Demolition Department starts to take down another one of Detroit's most dangerous buildings under an emergency declaration, it is about safety. It's also about people like Elena Kirk, who lives across the street, and Trina Schultz, who avoided the building on her walks.
I'm very glad to see it go.
I don't know, we just walked on the other side of the street. You know, it was just kind of there.
From Drone 4, you can see the progress of this massive demolition project right across from the Orleans Landing condos. This is what the building looked like. It was once a soap factory, but left to rot and never got developed. Then the roof collapsed and bricks started to fall off. Steve Radden of Steve's Soul Food next door says he's dodged those falling bricks before.
Bricks were falling off. I saved a couple of people one time. You know, I was sitting there getting ready to turn in traffic, and I saw bricks falling. I said, hey, get out of there. The bricks are falling. They jumped out the way. I think it's going to be great, and it'll be even better if they let me buy it and develop it.
Back here live. Timing is everything. Steve from Steve's Soul Food tells us he is reopening tomorrow. Good for him big time. Also, when this is all cleared away, we're hearing this is going to be retail, restaurants, and more living spaces. Karen?
So, Sean, with the building down, how long does it take to remove all that debris?
Pretty quick. Look at all of this material here, and they're working on it now, so it's been pretty quick. All of this should be out of here, according to the city, in a week.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
Unemployment in the city of Detroit has fallen to its lowest in more than 30 years. Unemployment rates fell in April to 4.2%. This is the lowest it's been since the Department of Labor started tracking unemployment back in 1990. Mayor Mike Duggan has credited major businesses such as Stellantis, GM, Ford, and Amazon for bringing in new jobs to the city. Duggan was on Mackinac Island today speaking on how the city is on its way back.
Now the blocks across the city are starting to look like this, and we have beautiful neighborhoods in every corner of this city today.
For those still looking for work, there are more than 7,000 jobs available on DetroitAtWork.com. All right, now let's turn to the weather, and this warmer trend isn't going away anytime soon. Some live pictures from our Mount Clemens sky cam. It is 83 degrees there right now.
It is hot, and it isn't really going to let up anytime soon. Look at that map behind Kim. It's all like orange and red.
Exactly. Let's get over to Kim with your 411 forecast, Kim.
Yeah, and Mount Clemens is one of the coolest spots, aside from, downriver. They've got a little bit cooler air as well, and then down to Monroe, where it's in the upper 70s. But the rest of Metro Detroit in the mid to upper 80s. A lot of heat out there. No humidity, though. The humidity is fairly low, but the air quality is unhealthy for people who are sensitive to it, including senior citizens, people with asthma. So, Deja deja vu, another day of an air quality alert, also known as an ozone action day. So there are things you can do. Try not to refuel your car if you can carpool to work, and not use your gas lawnmower, or at least not fill it up. All right, tomorrow we go right back into the upper 80s, close to 90 degrees. We will touch 90 on Friday, but I did make a slight little tweak to the weekend forecast that you'll need to know about coming up.